That's might be okay.
Yeah, we're streaming now.
Okay. Well then, last session, you guys confronted your contact at the Elf Song Tavern, who, in exchange for knowledge, made you help her kick the butt of a pretty badass pirate and his crew of not quite badasses, because they all fell before you, well, and each other, quite well, if I recall. You guys made much easier work of that than anyone would have thought.
Odd had the killing blow on the main guy.
Yeah, it was definitely odd and unexpected. So after assisting Danica with her issues, she let you know that she's discovered a recruitment location for the Cult of the Dead 3 as in a bathhouse in the northern quarter of the lower city. After getting that knowledge, you all wisely decided to go back to your houses and take the night, I believe, for a long rest and a level up to level 2. Everybody's level 2, right? Because it's going to go really badly if we're short 2 players and you're not level 2.
No, we level.
No, we're all level 2. We all
Okay.
made sure of that before we.
Level 4. It said level 4 in the group chat.
Okay, you ever listen to anything that comes out of Terry's face as true?
When he says a higher level than we should be, yeah.
Mhm.
So when it's something you want to hear,
Yep.
now I see.
That's fact, right? Carved in stone, signed in blood. No, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The DM didn't say no.
He laughed at it.
That's the laughter of acknowledgement and agreements.
So you're saying we're level 5? Okay, I got you.
We were 4. Okay, got it.
I mean, if you want to jump to level 5, we'll just jump into a completely different campaign.
We're all level 2.
We're level
Okay.
2 and boring.
So, if you recall, your neighborhood is circled in a lighter shade of blue than it used to be, for some reason. But Hell's Kitchen is somewhere in that region. I have marked on the map. Oh, I don't think the dot came forward. Where the bathhouse lives.
Nope, the entire section is a bathhouse. It's the world's largest bathhouse.
Just a really big
It
one.
just didn't come forward with the name.
Sounds amazing.
There it is.
I'll take it.
It's still actually a pretty big bathhouse.
It is still a.
Go to a bathhouse?
Nope, I want to be there.
Now I want to go to a bathhouse.
Now you want to go to a bathhouse? Sweet.
That's why we got the hot tub.
Yep. Anyways, yeah. So we'll wake up. So Louis will wake up and then he will go scope out the bathhouse because it's time for his bath anyways. So might as well.
All on his own?
First thing in the morning. Just up from up
When
my
else do you take a bath?
He's old.
I mean, it's not
There's
a
a
bathing
lot
bathhouse.
of people
It's like
that actually take their baths in the
massages
evening.
and mud
Thank you very
baths.
much.
It's like massages and mud baths and saunas type bathhouse, not a.
Oh, okay.
bathing.
So you've got me with massage. Davari, as soon as she wakes up and has coffee, is gonna go bathe and get a massage.
Right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, so Louis, are you actually going by yourself, or were you going to look? For other
No,
people?
I'm going to go reconnoiter with our group.
Oh.
And then I will suggest that we all
do some reconnaissance.
indulge ourselves after we check in with the guy who's paying us.
Oh no, Davari shows up with our common meeting point is in a full bathrobe, like a rubber ducky in one hand, and it's like, all right, we're doing this, right?
Okay.
She does have her pack with like her other gear, but
Oh yeah, Louis is also in a bathrobe and like shower shoes, and he's ready to go. Like, this is the first time on this entire time he's like, I am all about this mission. This doesn't look like it's going to give me a sore back or a sore hip or...
Roll a D100 for me.
Who?
No,
I don't care.
someone with better luck to do it.
I got
Travis isn't here to be in charge today, so someone else is going to have to step up. To
92.
Ooh,
92.
or do it.
As you make your way through the streets, the typical morning bustle is about with merchants moving about their wares. You run across a single patrol of the Flaming Fists, which is actually quite a lot. But that's probably due to the chaos of keeping the refugees out of the city, the upping level of crimes in the city, and all the turf wars and everything that's going on. So there's that extra bit of force going on, show of force going on, that you actually managed to see a real patrol today on your way to the bathhouse, but they leave you unaccosted.
Okay, I will actually like.
No one wants to accost someone with a rubber ducky. Come on.
I will like Davari. Like we need to check in at least a little bit, and then I will go up to the patrol and ask.
No, we don't need to check in with anybody. We're supposed to do this ourselves.
Well, I was
I
gonna ask-
distinctly remember that at the end of the last game of, like, we
Finding
were
right?
out. We were like part of our mission is actually taking initiative and continuing on and handling the issue.
Okay,
We don't,
then
we
Louis.
don't have to check in with shit.
Okay, Louis will be persuaded, especially persuaded of a nice professional bath and massage, and
Okay.
although he's not exactly the most keen person on the whole public bathing thing.
Fair enough.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm. So if you zoom out, you should be able to find the visible regions of the bathhouse exterior. And there's actually like a sign above the door that literally says the bathhouse.
The
Like it's the only one in the city? You.
No, it's the premier bathhouse in the city. They have state-of-the-art working plumbing inside.
Why are we allowed in?
What's that?
Why are we allowed in then?
Because
I
we're in
didn't-
bathrobes with rubber duckies, of course.
Necessarily say that you were allowed in. You're just assuming still.
I am there, but that's fine. We'll pretend.
So I have to go from a technology standpoint. Has rubber been invented in Baldur's Gate yet? Or do you have like a weird like
Fine, it's a sponge ducky.
like carved and not like a fake sponge, like she took a live sponge and carved it into the shape of a duck.
Or maybe it's her trinket that a gnome toy maker made out of some unidentified substance.
I like that one.
Whatever.
I'll be right back.
I'm really okay with it. So you guys have come upon the bathhouse.
Mm-hmm.
What with the bathing and the house? Sorry.
The exterior of the bathhouse is pristine. It is one of the newer constructed buildings in Baldur's Gate. Obviously, for those who are native, there probably used to be an old warehouse here that was leveled and carted away, and this newer structure was put in its place. Someone with money definitely funded this because it's got like fancy scroll work engravings and just like expenses were not spared in making this place pretty.
It's bougie.
Yep.
Did we enter from the north? Is that the doorway over here?
So
I'm trying to.
yeah, you would have come from the south east,
Okay.
where Hell's Kitchen is, to where the bathhouse was on the map.
Okay. Just trying to.
I think that I need to set up a second monitor. This laptop screen is just not big enough for everything that I want to be able to see at once.
Yeah. Fair. That's why I take full advantage of my dual monitors.
Well, because I'm like
Same.
running, because I showed you guys how the module looks in, like I actually have to bring up the attachment and read it, or I have to have the book. So I'm doing it this way.
Yeah.
It's all here, and I get more eye contact. But that means I have to like, shrink it and look at things and then scroll and do all good stuff like that. So the bathhouse got, it's a pristine building. Money was not spared. Clearly someone with money built this building on the foundations of what used to be an old warehouse. It's a one-story stuccoed building with stained glass windows and a clay roof. 10-foot tall walls enclose a large courtyard. That's what's in front of you. The doors that are in front of you are wood. They're engraved with images of smiling nymphs dancing and frolicking in water.
Actual ones, or is that you say the statue?
No, it's like engraved on the door, like a picture.
I'm going to examine the nymphs very closely, like
Okay.
the carving, and like with kind of a like.
You know, at least 3 of your companions actually are fairly well endowed. You don't need to observe the carvings for like jiggliness.
I'm going to look
How well
like
endowed.
backwards, and I'm like, that's not even remotely like. First of all, jiggliness is not a word.
I bounce up and down.
And then I look back and I'm like, no, it's just it's
Does it look familiar, the style?
it just looks very frolicky. And then I open the door and walk in. And I say frolicky with like a sense of derision towards it.
Like frolicky.
Shayna, if you wanted to roll like I don't know what kind of a check to see if you recognize the art or something like that, you are more than welcome to come up with something that makes sense.
Well, I know what I would like to roll, so let's find a way to make that work, which would be religion. Maybe it looks like the stylizing of some kind of like religious text that I've seen before.
Sure.
Religion or history might work.
Yeah. I'll
Can-
take either.
Can I have advantage on that for some reason?
I find your requested reason to be insufficient.
Can I give her one of my advantages I have not used from the
No.
extra life campaign that I was holding on to?
Oh,
No, save it for something good. He probably doesn't even have anything to this.
it's yours to give. If you would like to do that, that's fine.
No, save it.
It's up to her.
Can I just help her and give her advantage?
I feel like this is all retroactive. Like legitimately, Strauss is just gonna walk in.
Yeah, no, this is all after you left. Lola wanted to specifically check it
She's
out.
still looking at the doors as you walk in.
Yeah. Maybe I'm actually looking at the jiggliness. I'll poke at the door to see if anything moves.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the desk and I'm going to be. I am here for some serious bathing. I would prefer not to be reenacting the depiction on the door. I am hoping that is not a requirement for this establishment.
The lady at the doors, definitely definition pompous. She gives you a very down her nose.
I am trying to be as haughty as possible, too, right now.
She's definitely haughty right back. Reservations, sir.
Do you not know who I am?
Should I?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's gonna be one of these.
Of course you should. I am the premier orator of the... Okay, Strauss would know. Scott's blanking on it again. The like random one of the politicians, not the highest one, but like the second.
Patriarch would be the title you'd go for.
All right, I am the supreme.
Actually, you know what? If you want to give me a knowledge roll, you might know who owns this particular establishment or who funded it.
Okay.
Wasn't it Patriarch Yasso? Or Jahasso? Jasso? That's who I have written down. Is that not?
You definitely know that this place has been funded by the Van Thampure family, who you have recently overheard a lot of talk about because she's poised to take over.
Do I know her premier rival?
No, I don't know her without looking. We'll put it that way.
Okay,
Well,
but
I mean, you know what? Duke Ravengard, because he's the one who's missing that went to El Tyrell
okay,
before it disappeared.
I am the former speechwriter of Duke Ravengard, and I do not appreciate this treatment.
And she looks down, tries to look very nonplussed, lifts up a piece of paper on her clipboard, traces down. She says, I don't have any record of your reservation, sir.
Of course you don't have any record of my reservation. Do you think my name should be on that list?
And what name was it under?
I don't know. One of my servants. It's always something generic, like John Smith or some. They lack a certain creativity. My personal view would be that we use something with a dramatic flair, like Katie Dorudin, or something historical in nature. But you know
Katie
how
Dorudin.
servants, how they
Wait.
lesser
That
are.
name is actually on my list. I assumed it was a woman named Katie, though. That's fair. And then
Are you-
she like lets the paper fall down and she says, "And will your servants be joining you this morning, sir?"
Somebody has to wash my unmentionable parts. I'm not touching them.
Dibs on not it.
Odd is about to just turn around and walk out the door.
I'm still outside looking at the door like it's the most interesting thing I've ever seen, apparently.
Okay, so I do have to ask then, with Chester, with everything Scott has just done, my whisper regarding that.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, Chester's deciding if this will be a thing, because that'll determine how
Oh,
I
that was
react.
from you. Oh,
Yeah, that was for me.
can you try and find one? I'm not sure where you would like to find one.
I'm not entirely sure either. Like, I would be still listening for Louis and paying attention to Lolo and Odd, but if I can't find one, then my plan is to go in and squeak the rubber ducky, or rubber sponge ducky, or whatever it is.
What are you trying to find?
It was going to be a flyer for a girls' day to the bathhouse.
I could forge one, probably.
If
Yeah,
you squeak the ducky, so Katie Dorudin, the person that Louis is pretending to be, will grab the ducky and be like, "Do not touch Lord Squeaky Squeaks."
Okay, yeah, we'll just go with that then.
That's what happened then.
Very well.
Very well.
So you're just here to use the bathing services then, because the appointment wasn't specific as to exactly which services you would be.
Oh no,
Many-
massages are actually also part of what we need.
What I need. Do not dare speak to me. And like he's given this look of like when he's in view of the thing like haughty, but when he turns to Davari, it's like, I'm really sorry about this.
Today we have 2 therapists on duty for massages, so 2 of you can get massages at once while the other...
My
Access
servant
code.
Davari here. I have very sensitive skin. You have to understand. Look at this pale. I don't dare let untrained hands touch me. Davari will first assess their
Katie,
skills.
Katie, it's perfectly fine. They just
I trust
need
you,
to
our
use-
therapists, are the most highly trained in the Sword Coast.
I
You
would
just
still
need-
trust Davari to assess their skills before me.
All they need, Katie, dear, they just need to use Lang Lang oil on your skin. You'll be fine.
No. I trust your. Please let them administer the magic on Davari. Davari will assess their skills.
Look, just follow me, and I will take you in, and you guys can sort this out amongst yourselves in your orders there. You have the entire hour booked to do whatever it is you've come to do today. And she proceeds to lead you back here. I need to get the silly eye thing.
Real quick, before we all leave the area, did I get anything from the door? Because we did the whole thing, and now I'm real curious.
The art is not something with which you are familiar, but it looks like art.
I have a different question then, and it's regarding the woman's clipboard. Does she have it with her, or is it at the desk?
It's at the desk.
Is there anyone else at the desk?
Not at the moment.
Can I write my name on that list?
You would have to roll a stealth check because, you know, she's expecting you all to follow her, but she's not walking. She's walking backwards, so.
And we're walking. We're walking.
Yes, she's definitely keeping an eye on you.
I'm sorry, we're totally turning this into the spa episode.
I'm gonna start by picking up the clipboard, pretending to like look at it, and if I fail my check, then I'll just put it down and keep going.
Okay.
But if I succeed, I definitely write my name. Is 16 good enough?
Yeah, that's fine.
Score, I'm on the list.
You have now put your name on the list.
Ha.
You probably did it right as she rounded the corner to open the doors. You were able to quick run back and write your name. You don't even know what you wrote it on. You don't even know what page you wrote it on, but you got your name on that list. And she leads you in here, and she gestures.
Oh my God! You have you are quadruplet.
I don't understand what just happened.
Since they're on the same
For
picture.
the same token.
Oh. I warned you about the token selection. And
I know, Chester. I know.
Okay. So she gestures to the north. There is a bath in which there is already one patron, and there is an unused bath to the south wall, actually, that both of them are steaming hot water. Like you can see the steam rising off. There's like lilacs and other scented flowers like floating in there. Probably some kind of like oils or something in the water as well. She says the baths. There's another one directly behind her to the west that it's already full. And then she says that anyone interested in a massage should knock either here, or my thing's not allowing me to make a ring.
North or
Here
south? Yeah.
Or here are where the massage therapists are, but those are private rooms, so please allow whoever goes to get their services in private. And those are the services that we are offering today. Do you have any questions?
No, somewhere to store my valuables would be appreciative. It's a little awkward to jangle while in the bathtub.
Of course, sir. You can either leave them with me at the front or utilize the benches there and there. And you can keep an eye on them while you're in the bath.
The benches would be just fine. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Well, KD Derudin, I hope that you have a lovely morning, and I'll be back to collect you all within the hour.
Of course, I do feel horrible of how I've treated you so far. What was your name?
Yes, enjoy your morning, Katie Derudin. And she just walks out. You get like the idea that maybe she didn't really buy your story, but just felt it was easier.
Just bought it.
Okay. I said whatever valuables, but then noticing there are multiple people in the bathhouse, be like try to go do like a quarter and like as stealthily disrobe as humanly possible, and then get into the bathtub.
Is this like mixed bathing here? Is this what this is?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it must be.
Yeah, it's more a European thing.
It's like the mixed bathing. He's nervous about people seeing him naked, so he will.
These bathtubs are not that big.
Yeah.
They are not.
I am let down.
Well, to be fair, a 10 by 5 foot bathtub is actually fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. This is just for.
Yeah, it's just.
The size of your token. You have sufficient, like you could stretch out your arms and not touch somebody.
Yeah.
Could all three of us fit in that tub?
Yep.
It looks like Davari's heading towards the
Snug,
tub.
but sure. But I mean, two of you can get massages while the other two are in the tubs as well. That's.
Can I sleight of hand to try to like disrobe and then like plop into the bathtub without like.
Okay. If you're that uncomfortable with it, and this is something that you're physically telegraphing, like I can tell, I would just stand there with my back to you, being like a kind of wall. Like for literally any girl who's changed at the beach, where you open the car door and stand there and hold the towel, kind of thing.
Louis will be like, "Thank you, Lolo."
No worries.
It's
So
really
you're
not.
I do have to ask, does Davari actually hear anyone in the massage rooms?
You're welcome to listen, or do a perception check if you would like.
I can do that.
So odd. Am I assuming we're not going to want to split up?
Probably not. Are you getting into the bathtub?
I was going to ask if you wanted to first.
I don't care. I mean, at this point, like if if you're getting in, Odd is just going to get naked.
Okay.
And Louis actually
doesn't
does
have
get
that
in.
problem.
Louis will then promptly start like relaxing, but is also keeping his ears open. Like he's not.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it's a really good thing that Terry had duty tonight because it'd be very inappropriate to have Lilo in this establishment.
Yeah, underage, right?
The robot, yeah, that would be weird.
All right. Yeah, so I guess I'll hop in the water first then.
Okay, Davari, you hear what sounds like soft chimes and running.
And we just lost Chester.
That's so
Look at that look on his face.
Look, I feel like he was probably going to say running water.
Mhm.
That's my
I think so.
and water from inside the room. Like,
Called it.
Oh god.
There he goes.
Oh no, we lost him again.
We lost him.
All
Lost
right.
the times of the bathhouse.
He ran out of batteries too.
He didn't use big enough ones.
I was going to say, no one's there to
I'm
play.
telling you, I'm just replacing all you guys with robots soon.
Sad.
There he is.
Yay.
yeah, you guys were all frozen in very unflattering faces. It was.
We were all
Nor you.
So remember, I'm the one streaming, so it's your face that is now on the internet forever. Your frozen face.
All of our faces are on the
I
internet.
can solve that. I'll just drop the F-bomb like 9 times and we're good.
Again, Twitch doesn't care. YouTube cares.
Shit.
And YouTube, it helps me because YouTube can't say that we're for the children. But I figure a bathhouse episode is basically like, I figure, so if we're a bathhouse episode, like the temptation to go full anime and be like,
I was just going to type, this is just a fan service episode.
yeah.
Like, I considered getting some like inappropriate, risque like animations to share with you guys for the inside of a bathhouse, and I was like, nah.
The issue is the person that's actually like the most shy one is going to be probably Louis. So like the fan service episode would be a lot of Louis dong.
Yeah. Exactly. We've got Louis and the 3 chicks.
Yeah.
Sorry, because you're about to have fan service anyway.
And I need to go grab water, but I'm literally just like monitoring the other patrons. Everyone else can do it.
So Becca, did you hear what I was saying before the freeze up?
Yeah, it sounded like some of the things that you would normally hear in a massage parlor, someone actually having service. So I would
No,
shift.
no. It's like the relaxing sounds.
Yes.
Like instead of having like a music recording, it like somehow sounds like there's a recording because they didn't have those back then. But like chimes and running water, you don't hear like any like ahs or anything like that going on there.
Wait.
Have you actually gotten a massage? Because the sounds you're describing are what would be normal. The uhs
But that's what I'm
are
saying.
not normal.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't hear anything to indicate at all.
Are we sure this is a regular bathhouse or is this a brothel?
I am now wondering that as well.
I was just
So-
saying, if we're worried about mature ratings, we should just get Chester to play more. Sorry, what?
Quick aside, I was referencing a Friends episode because Phoebe is a massage therapist and Monica, her best friend, always wants a massage. Phoebe won't give her massages because Monica habitually makes sex noises while getting a massage, and it's very uncomfortable for her as the therapist.
Okay, that's totally fair. However, someone who actually
make zero
normally
noises.
gets massages.
I go once a month and I have a subscription to Massage Envy, which I highly recommend to everyone.
It's fucking amazing.
I still live vicariously through you guys because that's
No, so Shayna, you need to go to Zen Spa at least once.
what here.
Yes. It's called Zen Spa. It's within walking distance of what's that really close mall that had the cool comic store on the bottom level?
Patricio?
What? San Patricio.
San Patricio.
There's one within walking distance of that parking lot, or you can park at Zen Spa. They have their own parking lot. They'll validate.
But that
Wait, 1 second. A, they're really good at massages, but B, they are the one place I've ever seen that has something that has a really dirty name, but it's amazing. They call it a helping hand.
you told me about that.
But it's not dirty. You just literally have 2 therapists and they are in sync, like as they give you your massage. Like one's on like your right arm and one's on your left leg, and somehow like It's amazing.
Not just one massage.
It is just a massage. Like there's nothing dirty or
I believe you. I believe you. But also still massages.
get a couples massage with Stefan. It'll be fun.
So actually, Scott and I do get couples massages together. For Scott, it's the only way he will normally get a massage.
Mhm.
Like because of my back, I got pretty comfortable with people touching me
Mhm.
at an early age.
Right?
My ex-wife convinced me to go the first time when I was in Petaluma, and I was really uncomfortable about it until I did one. And after that, I was an addict, and I joined Massage MV, and I try and get a massage every month if I can, at least.
I was gonna say it's gonna be an immersion therapy thing for me. Like I'm gonna have to just get talked into it. Someone's gonna hand me like a coupon for it, and I'll be like, well, now I have to. It'll
But-
have to be one of those. I'll never just go and do it.
A good entryway would be to go with Stefan because he'd be in the room with you.
Oh, I
So
didn't know.
when you need a couples massage, you're both in the same room.
Oh, that might.
Yeah,
And you can
that's
also
why
request a male
Scott
therapist
is
for him if that's
comfortable
how you
doing
feel.
it.
You
No,
can become a male therapist and just make him suffer through it.
so that makes no difference to me.
So that makes I'm hoity. I have to have a female therapist. It's not. I just am not comfortable with a dude giving me a massage. It's nothing personal.
Comfortable with, which is the point, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to be. If you're not comfortable, it's not going to serve a
Exactly.
purpose.
No, it's the same with doctors. You can request certain genders for your different types of physicians too.
Positions. What kind of doctors are you seeing?
Physicians.
OBGYNs. There's a lot of people that for a female or a male. What's the
Don't
male version of an OBGYN? I forget. Anyhow, there's a lot of people that are more comfortable with someone of the same sex.
Which, yeah,
Viewing them down there.
or the opposite sex for the same reasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna flash back to Becca. The instructions from the woman that ushered you guys in were to just knock if you wanted to get a massage, because she would have told you it was already in service. She said that there were people in certain ones of the baths, but she said both massage therapists were available.
Both of them were available.
Yes.
But there's okay. Yeah. I will knock on this door then.
Okay. The door shall open, and inside, despite what the token has, is a satyr.
Okay, I would like to say, as Louis kind of notices Davari wandering around, just to help her out a bit, we'll start like humming her their orphanage's fight song, like, this is our battle cry, a song to terrify, no one can stand in our way. And then I'll give her inspiration so that she can.
Orphanages have battle cries.
What orphanage did you go to?
St. Trinians, of course. We like raise them and then we have to like train them to
Fight in an arena? Why do you have a fighting sword?
And it's all built for, I think, so.
Like the entire fight song is. I can sing the entire fight song when we get to it.
I believe you.
it might actually be better to just to play it and like to reference the
No, that would
actual-
give us a copyright strike. Anyway.
So, Davari,
Yes.
inside there is a very pleasant-looking satyr who is beaming happily, and he welcomes you and says that he offers full body massages in here. He actually hands you a card for you to write down your notes. He says if you'd like to participate, he will leave the room for you to disrobe to your comfort level, and there is a large ornate blanket draped over this that is very exotic looking. This blanket, it looks like it's had a couple rough days, like maybe it was set on fire here or there, but it's almost like carpet thick, like blanket.
That's awkward, but
That sounds scritchy, honestly.
It's a shag carpet.
But at that point, the satyr leaves the room as promised so that you may enter and disrobe to your comfort. And he stands outside and says, just lightly let me know when you're ready, and I will be in to provide services.
Is anyone else picturing this room like having some like weird gold and reds and like the massage table being weirdly heart shaped right now?
I didn't get the heart shape, but I definitely
No.
I did get the gold for sure.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Ostentatious.
Mhm.
So
Like not
Davari-
relaxing like a massage room, like very like
very sensual.
yeah.
Everyone tries to paint poor Sim like he's the predator here. What the hell?
I didn't say predator. I said ostentatious. Which if he's working here, he would play the part. It's Sim. He would be able to.
I even included carpet. There's your fan service.
Okay.
Oh, I missed that it was carpet. Oh. Well, now I do want a massage. I changed my mind. I call dibs next. That carpet's interesting.
Well, there's another
No.
therapist to the south.
This is gonna be bad. But anyhow, yeah, Davari disrobes, folds her clothes up, puts them on whatever chair's available, will lay down and snuggle underneath the carpet.
Before she goes in, Odd is going to use invasive thoughts to connect to her so that if she can relay information. If something's coming through, we could get the information while we're out here waiting.
I mean, I have 3 inspirations, and I can't give them to myself, so I continue on the humming the fight song of "We are the best, so screw the rest.
Is there any
We
kind of
do as we damn well please." Until the end, Saint Trinity.
Copyright strike.
Is there a save that she has to do it all, Chris?
No.
Okay.
And I will give an inspiration to both Lolo and Odd, just because it lasts 10 minutes, and might as well.
We're definitely mature enough for a bathhouse episode. That's the lesson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's totally like. And my mind didn't go straight to every like ecchi anime I've ever watched, including
On
the
the
one.
bright side, I'm running the game and not playing Sim in this game, so it could be a lot worse.
Or better.
I mean, I'm playing a character that is, by definition, already naked in this game. So, like, if there isn't a part of Louis running around this bathhouse butt ass naked, I will be disappointed.
Which part of him is running around separately naked? Never mind. Does that also need D batteries? Let's move on. Where are we at? Tabari's undressing to her comfort level. I think it was.
Just wait till I have Louis' love interest show up again.
Oh, he'll run.
He's naked. She might enjoy that.
I was going to say, to be fair, I'm already occupying the other space in the tub, so you're safe in that way at least.
Davari's comfort level is actually full on butt ass naked underneath carpet. By the way, because at least for a massage, that's my comfort level.
There you go.
And massages are awkward over like cloth.
The performance for your massage role is there for you.
Plus 12.
Amazing.
Shit.
It's not Sim's first time.
Favoritism.
Louis will like start arching your eyebrow is like the standard like massage sound bones and because he is paying attention. He I would ask if can I get any kind of role to like figure out gossip that's going on in the bathhouse because that's really what Louis is trying to do.
So the problem with that is it's kind of like a library. Everyone keeps their voices low. You know, it's a relaxation area, and the only person that's within like earshot of you is your companion Lolo and Odd. So if they've got some gossip they'd like to share with you, absolutely.
Probably not the kind you're looking for.
Are we gossiping though?
If you want a refresher on the Cult of Ghost, I can definitely do that for you. But I feel like
Louis will actually be like writing it down, like or at least taking mental notes. He won't write it down because that would ruin paper in here. I'm sure it's pretty humid in here.
probably I could just cut and paste it into the chat if you want.
Oh God.
I won't. 'Cause it's like 6
No,
people.
Louis the entire time will just be like, uh huh.
Here,
Like
this
he
is
is paying attention, but at the same time, like I feel like Louis and Lolo have had this conversation before.
probably. I put the synopsis for our in the chat.
But murder and sex are okay.
That's what it is. I
Theravada, Mayana, or Vajrayana. Because technically, Vajrayana
not
sex is
Theravada,
okay.
are you?
What?
No, it's not Theravada. I'm
We
sorry.
need that to be a real religion. I'll join that cult.
Not just that, but also then the sex and murder would not be okay. Coffee wouldn't be okay. Certain reading wouldn't be okay. We won't
I don't need coffee. That's fine. Don't take my soda. But
I
So it's
I
not
actually
that way.
think that this might out of game be something Shayna and Scott might want to explore because Scott was referencing some things that he probably would like to
No, I
share
was.
back and forth.
I just wanted clarification. It was just me being pretentious, honestly.
It's the three main branches of Buddhism, and we won't get into all of it. But
Yeah.
we have chatted about it.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So Louis is like he's not comfortable like wandering around naked, but he will encourage Lolo or Odd to like maybe we should try to explore beyond this room.
well, I'm naked, so give me a second to enjoy my bath. Yeah.
There's only one other room, right? Just this guy right here.
No, there's
that would
another
be the
one
other
to the
that would
left.
be the other massage therapist's room.
Do you want to start with the massage on, or do you want the bath, or do you want to explore? What do you want to do?
To be honest, Odd doesn't know what's going on because I don't know what's going on since I wasn't here last time. So I'm not sure why we're at a bathhouse.
We're at a bathhouse because we had a really badass fight last night, and we are kind of just relaxing before we report to Captain Schrader.
And it's a front for the three, which I know one is the god of murder. What are the other two the gods of?
So you've got Bane, who's a god of warriors and tyranny. Basically wants to conquer everyone. You've got what's the other guy's name here? Baal, who is your god of fear and murder, and Mercure, who is a god of the dead or dead souls.
None of those are easy to strike up a casual, loud conversation in a bathhouse about. Like, oh man, it's been a long time since I murdered and raised their body as a zombie, huh? There, Lolo.
And like,
Yeah, we're here
on
because
the
it's
down low because their gods are supposedly dead.
Have you heard that there's a bunch of dead gods? Man, I wish I could worship them. Like, that's not like a.
Is Louis actually saying that?
No, like that's my point. Like he doesn't. That's a hard. There are certain deities that have portfolios that you can kind of like use into the dark stuff. Like you can't just like drop into. Man, I wish I could kill somebody and resurrect them.
But yeah, so we're here to supposedly relax, but mainly because we know it's not maybe a front, but at least this is where some
Recruits have been going in.
had been taking place.
What do these people look like?
They look like well-off people that are quite naked and bathing.
Actually, you know what?
They
Louis
have
will.
the name commoner attached to their tokens if it's any help at all.
Louis will whisper, but like that weird whisper that definitely can carry a little bit, especially because you already said it was pretty quiet. Will whisper to Lolo, you know that guy I killed like a year ago? I think I'm starting to get over it.
Are we referencing your group murder?
You're fucking not be. You're not supposed to be the weak link. That's totally not here.
No, he's very much trying to like, because we need to investigate a cult of murder. Like he doesn't know any way else to get involved with a cult.
Lolo will respond with, well, it's important to recognize your feelings so that you can heal from your experiences and just do you want to again?
Well, I mean, I don't know, but man, this bath feels good. I wish I could just stay here. It just, it feels
Something
like
about
it's
the
just
energy of this
draining me of my guilt, you know?
Yeah, something about the energy of this place is so perfect, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Just like it could just take you of your sins and not only like absolve you of them, but like accept them.
This isn't Catholic.
Yeah, and he will just go on in a weird like.
Yeah. I'll let you. Lola would just kind of let you talk after saying her bit, because
I will
keep an
stop
eye on
talking
these
about the
people.
guy I killed, but I will be like,
yeah. Oh, where'd Chris go?
we just lost Chris.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I'll get out of the tub though and head over for a massage. I was gonna ask. Oh, he's coming back. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Look, the bath is free.
We lost Scott and Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think Scott's just getting. Well, no, he's peeing.
Oh.
Scott's just peeing. And I got Chris back.
Yeah.
Yep, Chris is back.
Stupid roll 20.
Yes. So, since I'm already in Odd's mind, if she didn't notice, I'll point out the two that left.
Oh, things happened while I was gone.
Yeah, so while Louis was talking about how much he enjoyed murder, they got up and just left, and Chester didn't say a damn word about it. So
That's what I was going to say before I got ejected from the game. I was going to be watching them for any kind of
reaction
to what he was saying.
They didn't necessarily react. Their hour was probably up.
Yeah, I was.
They are presently out. Those doors are open. You know, from the bathhouse here.
Mhm.
I don't have the stupid pointer selected. Hold on. These doors are presently open. So from where Odd is, he saw that they walked over here and they're just like lounging beside the fountain now.
Oh, that's the fountain. Okay.
Pretty sure Odd is a woman, right?
Yeah.
We're sisters. Well, good enough.
Sisters in religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was gonna go and get a massage too, unless Odd wanted to.
Okay. Are you knocking on the door then as instructed?
Well, I'm asking Odd first. Be like,
You can go.
Okay.
Odd will keep an eye on the old man.
The old man will actually like very quickly move to this bathtub now that it's empty.
Distancing himself from you.
No, actually, because like.
Vantage point.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you knock on the door, and inside is a dwarf.
Okay.
Who looks remarkably like a certain dwarf who was left behind with Sim in another game. And there is a stool with which he gets to stand on while doing massages.
Strong hands. Will be a thing.
I was gonna say, Lolo says something like, "I get the feeling you're really bad with a bow."
He's like, yeah, I hung that up. I wasn't very good at it.
Well, I'm sure you're fantastic at this, so
We'll see.
tell me what to do.
I don't want to brag, but my wife says I'm pretty good at everything.
Oh my god. Your face. All right, I get naked to expedite this process. Oh wait. Yeah, no, if I get okay.
See, player fan service. It's a great time.
Dork.
Oh, I guess we need a massage roll for him too, huh?
Oh god.
I'm assuming he does not have expertise in this.
Crit
No, he
fail.
does not.
Please. I'm going to update him on the phone as soon as this episode's over. If you want, give me a one. It'd be so funny.
Oh, he is better at this than the bow.
He's better at this than Sim.
Found his calling in life.
Let him know, hey. don't freak out next time. All right, cool. So I have an insanely good massage experience, better than Sim.
I mean, you don't know until you've tried Sim, just.
So I would say Louis, because now he's hearing the sounds from either side of him, and Louis is not versed in the sounds of massage because he doesn't.
Massage.
He's not that like comfortable with people touching him. So like, but he's keeping his ears open. So like Louis can never be red because he's very like ice blue, but like there is definitely a purple color coming from him that like to a normal person you would think he was suffocating.
Yeah.
At which point he will actually, as the sounds get louder, will call over to this person and be like, "So, how you do?" Like loudly, just
To try and cover it up.
yeah.
And that person was like laying like with the edge of the tub like right on the back of their neck, just like super relaxed until your voice just breaks the silent, relaxing sensation, and like her eyes just like very slowly open, and she sees that you are in fact talking to her,
Like,
and she kind of like. Arms were out. They kind of go like this. She's like, "Can I help you?"
Oh, I was just trying to cover up the sound of my two friends getting,
massage.
and like massaged. I'm sorry. I'll just drown myself now, and he will like slink himself under the water.
She does not refrain from like her arms are just here now, but she goes ahead and lays her head back.
Congratulations, you've totally ruined her bath time.
Yeah, I know. Louis now feels horrible.
All right. So when my massage is up, I'll, I guess, leave and trade places with Odd if she wants one. Otherwise, I'll just join her. And go back again.
Oh, I'm not sure when Devari's is over and what she actually hears outside of the room.
Probably just awkward
It
silence.
can be over. It can be over about the same time that Lolo's was.
Okay, that'll probably be best so we don't make it
I'd say
awkward.
they were probably like 40-minute massages. The intro rate.
Yeah. Oh, at which point you probably see Louis like his head just slightly above, so he's not literally drowning, but like as slunk as low as possible.
What did you do?
Nope.
And also, has anyone checked out whatever the fuck this is?
It's a bench.
Is that a bench?
It is a bench,
Okay.
All right.
but you're welcome to check it out if you would really like to.
And
Oh, sure. I'll sit on it and make it really uncomfortable for Louis.
Did you put your clothes back on, or are we really making it uncomfortable for Louis?
Oh, I probably have a robe on, but I don't have
Okay.
anything else.
Oh, I've just been
Naked.
okay.
Yeah, I've been just
On the bench.
completely naked. So
I'm
if
not
we're
really-
making him uncomfortable, this is good.
yeah,
All right.
no,
If you
Louis
guys
will
are-
like.
If you guys are naked, Davari will just go ahead and take the robe off and fold it off next to her and lean back.
Louis will be like steam coming out of his ears, anime style, will like blood dripping down his nose. Crawl out, grab his robe, like crawl across the ground, eyes closed,
Poor man.
and
Probably
just
still
scramble over to here and then breathe hard against whatever the hell this is. I'm assuming it's going to have a fountain.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, the courtyard has 3 fountains. That one there, and then the 2 back where you guys came in.
Davari will whisper to Lolo and Odd, "Are we sure this place is the front for the 3 cult, whoever they are?"
Like, are we sure this is the place?
Yeah, are
Well,
we sure
yeah.
this is... I thought this was the place. I was pretty sure it was, but are we sure? Because this seems pretty like a legit massage parlor.
It could be both. I was gonna ask if, while I was getting the massage or something, I would have had a chance to look at just like the corners of the room, see if I see anything. Like, does anything stand
You're,
out?
you're welcome to roll.
Okay. What should I roll?
No one's been doing a whole lot of rolling.
Huh?
Oh god.
That's what you're doing.
All of a sudden, there's a ton more people in here.
The
Louis
day is progressing.
Louis is going to kind of dip his head into this fountain, just try to gain his composure from like not like just trying to be like.
I didn't notice anything but my really nice massage.
Yeah.
So
Well, the dwarf definitely looks like he used to be an adventurer, though.
I see like a bow.
He actually probably tried to tell you some really awkward stories about his adventuring days, but they made like disconjointed no sense because it doesn't even sound like it's the same world that he's talking about.
It's really weird. He keeps talking about like this ensnaring strike thing that just never ever works. It's just weird.
Right. And a giant knoll. And,
You know what?
Stegosaurus lady.
There are
just like
several of our
weird lizard
characters that would be the same thing.
This weird lizard lady with a stick up her butt. I'm like, wait, really? Lizard lady?
But Ro was amazing.
And how they left him and poor Sim behind.
Not intentionally.
His
And-
perspective. His perspective.
Fair. So who are all these people that just appeared?
People. The day is moving on. It's a business.
I was gonna ask, are there uniforms? Is there a way to distinguish or
These are all customers. Like they are using
it's
one's
clearly
getting a massage, the other two filled up the 2 vacant tubs.
okay. Well, since our hour's probably up, I'm gonna go hang out on the bench until we get kicked out.
And Louis is actually going to, after he calms down from dunking his head in the water, put it on his clothes, walk out this way, and be like, my servants apparently require extra time. I'm sorry about this. He will take out some coins. How much? I'm sorry. I know they don't have a reservation for another 30 minutes.
Since I'm out here, I'll actually lean
They are
over and-
quite embarrassing, and
I'm here on a reservation.
Yes, Mr. Deruden, I'm terribly afraid that was your hour. I do have an opening 2 days from now, which I could get you back in. But we are quite the premier establishment. We don't just have openings all willy nilly.
well, I'm not going to fetch them.
Hold on. Do you like lean? Because you're blocked from my view by a corner and a bush. Are you gonna like lean and look at us like, let's go? Like,
Yeah,
let's-
like given like from behind the back, like let's just.
Okay. I'll wave at Davari if she thinks, because those doors are still open. Wave and like point towards the exit and shrug. Like, I guess we're leaving now. Davari,
Becca?
did we
The
lose?
batteries are dead.
You got to go put it back in.
The AI has crashed.
I'm going to see if she's at her computer.
Becca.exe has stopped working.
He's using Windows.
Windows 10 update. God, that really is funny. Yeah, without her video, you can't tell whether or not she's new. Sad.
She left like 10 minutes ago. We have
There you go.
And she's like, "Oh, they're talking. I'll be
Yeah.
fine."
I'll figure it out.
Probably. You're just leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing of interest in here that I can find. I'm more interested in seeing if there's like,
Becca is
Storerooms.
indisposed, but she says that she will leave slowly.
Okay, I was gonna say we could start if I'm still in Odd's head. I could be like, "Do you want to start poking around outside? Let me know if you see anything."
yeah, because I mean, there's got to be like some like storerooms or something that's attached to this business here that
Yeah.
we're not seeing.
Yeah, Louis is going to actually go over here and see if he can... Because it looks like there was windows here, right?
It's curtained.
Okay, he is going to assess the size of the building.
So, right in front of where you are
Mhm.
is the beginning of another building on either side. You actually can't lap around this building because it's, contiguous structures, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Is there? Do we know based on the map if there's like some kind of like alleyway behind the building.
There's probably another building like butted up against.
So this is just it right here.
Yep, that's what there is for the bathhouse.
Okay, Louis gonna come over here, wait for Davari and for Lolo, but also look at Odd and like, okay, I'm stumped.
I'm not going to the other buildings that are
Or
to this one.
roll an intelligence check.
Yeah, I was gonna ask something about
Because
that.
maybe the DM will give you a thought.
Yeah, he was too distracted by all the nudity.
I will say that Lolo and Odd are investigating a cult that operates primarily at night.
Yeah.
It's morning, and if this is a front, then their front face is on,
Right.
not their cult faces.
Right. Which is why I wanted to ask, is this the kind of establishment, since it's been here and we would theoretically know, that has like, you know how some spas will have events? Like it'll be it's a yoga night or something like that. Is that a thing that they'll do here?
Usually they just close at sundown.
But they have events sometimes, like it's a thing at different times of day, or maybe
Sure, maybe if one of the patriarchs decides to rent the place out for an evening party or gala.
I want to ask the woman behind the desk if there's any chance, what would the equivalent of a yoga be in this world? Is there something? No, because I want to ask, like, oh, is there a class or something I could join? Put on my haughtiest.
She just looks at you and says, "This isn't really that kind of establishment, dear."
Oh, that's a shame. Well, if you ever change your mind and think that it's something that your patrons would appreciate, it's certainly something they would pay coin for. Let me know.
We would probably need quite a bit more space. She just kind of like looks around.
That's true. Unfortunate, but pleasure to be here. Thank you. What was your name again?
She just looks back down at her clipboard.
Can I'm not going to because I'm bad at it in the real world, but can I start flirting with her and try to persuade her to give me her name?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to try it. Wait, I want to add my thingy. I have inspiration, right?
Yes, a D6.
Her thingy.
17.
At one point during your awkward attempts to befriend her, she kind of looks like she's wavering or maybe just deciding that it's the easiest way to get rid of you.
Probably.
And she informs you that her name is Jabaz.
Jabaz.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Lolo. I'll see you around. Bye.
Mm-hmm. So, Scott, what you missed with the intelligence rolls of Lolo and Odd was the GM hint of this is first thing in the morning, but you're investigating a cult that operates primarily at night. And this place typically closes at sundown.
Okay. At which point, so stakeout?
Well, I was going to say, if I can get in someone's head, someone should ask if they're hiring.
They're hiring.
Odd could ask if they're hiring.
I go back in and ask if they're hiring. I'll be like, the person I'm working for is terrible. You saw him.
Are you hiring? You guys are really nice, and it's beautiful here.
Jabaz, give me a persuasion roll.
Can I give assistance? Because I'm in her head.
In whose head?
Odds.
Oh, because you're...
Can I give help? Because I was pretty terrible.
And I'm going to roll my...
You're pretty terrible gave advantage. We'll put it that way.
So, 19.
So she actually does give you a very sympathetic look, and she says, I, for one, would definitely not want to work for that person. Do you have any skills in this field?
Say you're a fast learner. You're a dedicated worker, and you're a fast learner.
Yes, I say those things. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I've given massages before to myself.
And where was your education?
Oh, what's the name of Strauss's university thing?
St. Trinian's.
Yeah, I say that.
What? Come here.
St. Trinian's. I've definitely heard of that. Tell you what. She pulls through her clipboard and she pulls out an application. She's like, if you fill this out, I'll ensure that my employer Mortlock gets a look at it and I'll see what I can do.
All right.
No promises.
Thank you. And by looking at it, how long does it look like it'll take to fill out?
Typical job application, so probably like 15, 20 minutes.
All right. I come over here and sit by the fountain and fill it out right quick for 15 minutes and then give it back.
Anything that she's stumped on, I'll help.
Yeah.
Louis the entire time just kind of looking at Lolo, being like,
Damn it. I'll tell him what's happening.
"Oh no," he's like, "Okay."
Are you using your honest information, Odd, or are you fabricating things?
I will be talking to Lolo and I will fabricate the things I think need to be fabricated.
What name did you use? Because, that's block number 1.
Do you have a last name?
No.
Odd? Is that something that we would have figured out in the cult? I forget if I put notes in on that they have identities. I don't think so.
What kind of name should I have? I don't want to use my...
If Lolo asks it, Louis will give the name of one of the orphans at the school.
Oh, God.
Around the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a name. Or I want a name.
Oh, you actually
Anna Rengali. I don't know.
These things may come up. You never know.
I'm sure with you it will.
Yeah, I know, right?
If you think this is the last you've heard of KD Durden, you worry.
Well, what was the woman's name again?
Jabaz.
Jabaz. Jabaz.
Jabaz.
What was the name of the boss again? And it sounded ominous.
Oh, Mortlock?
Yeah, Mortlock.
Let me bring that back up here.
Considering that translates to Deathbreaker, I'm pretty sure.
Louis, given your successful roles so far in this venue, Mortlock is the oldest son of Duke Thalmira Vempure.
Okay.
A female patriarch, self-made, vicious politician.
So her oldest son is named Mortlock, Mortlock, and he runs this establishment.
Okay.
When the name comes up, Louis will just say nepotism at its finest. A
Instead-
Baldur's Gate tradition.
And instead of Anna, you should do like part of Thalamara's name be like Thala Brengali or something like that. No one likes anything as much as they like the sound of their own name. Just saying.
Nice.
Especially those pretentious types.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to be doing? Are you going home? Are you staking out? What's the plan?
What are the buildings bordering the bathhouse? There are 3, right? Butted up on each side. What are they?
Well, I mean, it's like a city block, so
Yeah. Is it businesses? Is it residential? Offices?
probably a mix of both.
Can I go in?
There's a lot of businesses that have residences attached to them.
Can
You what?
I go in any of them?
Sure. What kind of business are you looking for?
I want to just be nosy.
Okay.
I really do just want to go in and see what the situation is in case any of those places would be useful to spend the day in until the sun goes down. So
We'll say the place to the immediate left is a actual plumbing establishment.
Plumbing? Is that like a
like
plumber?
Yep.
Like, okay,
Like
so
someone who installs the new plumbing infrastructure, or maybe does repairs if you ask and pay very nicely.
to the immediate left.
Yes.
I want to. What time? Oh, we're here early in the morning, though, right?
Yeah, Louis will actually. I will say Louis will actually head out back to his block because he has classes to teach. So
Yeah, you have a job.
yeah, I have a job. I can't be a cultist and like set my own hours.
It's the benefits of being a cultist. You may not get medical, but you set your own hours.
But you get to wake up at noon, so it's
Well, I mean, if you go to sleep at 4 in the morning. Oh.
At which point Louis will actually look at Davari and be like, back to St. Trinian's, because I think we have classes.
Of course we have classes. You know those girls and boys are not gonna like hold
Oh
out on
God, do you think
torturing
it's
us.
burned down?
It might be.
This would be the third fire this month.
You
Okay.
guys coming down? You need help? No? Okay.
Maybe, yeah, actually, maybe.
With
Actually,
Bernie coming down, I'm
you and Odd might be really good influences on them.
Louis gonna give Davari the weirdest of looks.
Oh,
One
she's gonna give the scampiest of grins to Louis.
Okay. We will be back. Like, when is nightfall? Like,
Probably like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
okay. So Louis is like, we'll reconvene out here. Like, you said it was a night cult, right? There, Lolo.
Yeah.
3 hours before sundown.
Sure.
Covers, or I mean, I could be old man Strauss again, but that tended to not work out well for me. And he kind of rubs his hip a little bit.
Well, so my thought was to have an excuse to be in the area, see what the hours are for that their plumber, and have you coming in saying that you need something done for the university, and that gives us an excuse to loiter around and keep an eye out.
We don't really have indoor plumbing at the university. It's all
Don't
bedpans
you know that?
and.
Let me do the talking. You're just the face with the money. I'll do the talking. You just be there. So we'll meet back here.
What are you talking about, Louis? We upgraded to outhouses. We're not using bedpans anymore.
Still not indoor plumbing.
Right.
No.
We're looking at getting that because it's an investment into the future generations, and maybe they would be willing to give you some kind of
Do
discount
you know
for
how
it.
much money it would be to upgrade the plumbing of a
I
cathedral?
actually will reach out. We're gonna find out. We're just looking to get some quotes and estimates, right?
I mean, there's a plumber right there. We can go ask him right now.
No, the answer is yes, Louis.
I'm gonna let
Tap
Davari
him-
Brad
Tap him on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, you're right. We need to get back to our classes. So yeah, Louis will.
In the meantime,
In the meantime.
um, if this actually wouldn't be a good opportunity to try and convert people in this area, especially if this is where they're active. That means we would be put on their radar. So I don't think Odd and I would want to conduct business as usual there. It wouldn't be a smart move. Just saying. We would want to be a little more discreet.
Louis will conduct his history classes and science classes and go over his books to see if they could possibly afford an indoor plumbing upgrade to the university.
If you guys have time for a guest lecture, Odd and I'm sure would be more than happy to teach a lesson or two while you're gone, reading and looking at the ledgers and such.
The importance is the girls and boys that are learning at St. Trinian's. They need the best information. So yes, Davari would be totally on board with you guys giving lectures. You don't even have to like sideline it or try to do it under the table. She cares about them having options.
And what my cult gives you is options.
And I'm glad you've admitted that it's a cult.
Oh, I've always said it was a cult.
Yeah,
I've never said it was a religion. It's a cult.
it's never been like Terry and Full Moon. They
Okay.
have always admitted it's a cult.
As long as
makes
we are
the-
clear, I am fine with you holding a recruitment seminar, but you're gonna have to wait. We don't have career day until like at least 2 weeks from now.
I'm doing it one-handed, but this is the bit that I wrote. Okay, there.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Louis agrees with you, but like career day is in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Also, the way you're going about your cult religion, way more acceptable than what Terry and Full Moon was doing.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So reconvene back here at 3 hours till dusk, and then we'll figure out what to do from there.
Mm-hmm. So my question is the GM then is, do you want to conduct your nighttime explorations as the four of you, or wait until next Sunday and hopefully we'll have one or two additional players? And that's completely up to you guys. I have nothing else going on.
I'm fine to continue to play.
Yeah, Sam.
So I have no opinion on this because this next week might drastically change everything for me. So I'm good to go, or I'm good to wait.
It's so ominous.
Yeah, that sounded really ominous. What's happening this week? Or do we not want to on stream?
Not on
I
stream.
would
Okay.
rather not on stream. I'm perfectly comfortable talking with you guys.
It's because
off
she's
stream.
not real anymore. Becca's dead. This isn't AI.
Is this he programmed in an admittance that she
Yep.
That's what it
Next
is.
comes the fake death scene. And
Here we
yeah,
go.
In a trip someplace.
yeah.
No fake death scene because I'll cry. I don't want crying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well. So we'll go ahead and skip to re-meeting
Something like that.
at nightfall.
Oh, we back? There we go.
Oh, we are back.
There we go. I know. You're not getting attention.
And it is now nightfall.
It's awful, isn't it?
Can I get a special massage?
I don't
Those
think
are only available after dark.
Yes, I made you guys snort. That was awesome.
Okay, Louis is going to stand by and just gonna wait until they actually close down and observe the amount of people that go in and out. It's gonna wait probably about 15 minutes after they close down to figure out what's going on.
Are you attempting to remain unobtrusive and unseen during this? Or are you just like standing out in the open when everyone's leaving?
I mean, he's gonna be across the street or whatever. He's just gonna be like loitering about. It's Boulder's Gate. I'm assuming there's homeless people, so he's going to like have his cloak over and just.
Sure. I will take a stealth check with advantage, please.
Okay.
Just stay there.
Just
Are
for
we
the-
sure we don't want to just knock on the door and say we're having a career day in a couple weeks?
That's a good backup plan if we get caught.
Okay.
That's
That'll
kind
be
of
our-
what I was thinking.
All right, let's have that as our backup plan.
Yeah. And Odd is just here to turn in her papers because she finished out her job.
Yeah, like literally, this is just Strauss is pretending to be a homeless person. The rest of the problem is that Strauss is immediately recognizable for what he did getting in there in the morning. So
throughout your observations, quite a few patrons do leave, probably around a dozen or so. So business definitely picked up there towards the end of the day. And eventually, a satyr and a dwarf walk out, each joking about something that's quite hilarious to the satyr. And then finally, Jabaz leaves as well.
okay, so we will
And
just.
she locks the gate behind her and proceeds on down the street. She
Okay.
does not appear to have noticed you.
Okay, Louis, as I said, is just hanging out, but we'll encourage Odd to hand in his or her
Sit on the desk.
resume
You can't sit on the desk. Here.
at the most inconvenient time for Jabaz as humanly possible.
Right
Which
as she's
you
like walking out the door.
down the street, probably.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have a paper for you. You're not close yet, are you?
Uh-huh.
That's
Like
odd.
30
Like,
seconds from her locking the door, being like, I
It
just
says
need
online-
one thing really quickly.
It says online you don't close for another 6 minutes.
Yeah.
The register's still open.
The thing I need is just at the back end of the store.
I still see sunlight. The sun is.
The sun is still out, and I saw that online. It's in your registry, so I know you have it. Can you just check? Sorry. Let's retail ranting. All right.
we may be down 2 players right now. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Nope, we're still here. Scott walked off for just a moment.
Okay.
At least we get the little blue bar when she talks. It's like,
Yeah. Is that just immediate? It's directly plugged in. There isn't even a
I'm
mic.
gonna rename her Kit.
Yeah. Like it's just plugged straight into the
We
computer.
need to have that a red bar though.
You know,
Oh yeah.
beggars can't be choosers, okay? So yeah, you guys are all outside this place that has apparently closed down for the evening.
Okay.
Hmm. How do we want to go about this? Do we want to knock on the door and go, hey, we want to talk about career day? Or do we want to go, hey, we're here for the evening festivities?
I mean,
Is anybody go if we're waiting here for a little bit? Do we see anybody go in after, like, come back and unlock the door and go in?
Roll some perception checks.
oh, but I don't think any of us are good at that.
I'm okay with that. Perception? It's a,
I'm-
Apparently, I'm paying real close attention for once. Lolo is
you.
pissed. Maybe she thinks that they're tied into her.
oh. Ah, I rolled it at 1. Never mind.
So, Davari is pretty convinced she saw like 8 people go in there. However, Lolo corrects her and says that she's quite confident that not a single person has stopped at that door since Jabas left.
Has there been any like movement inside though? Can we tell that?
It's a 10-foot high wall.
You know what? If no one's got in, maybe they're not having a meeting tonight. Maybe we can try to find their offices.
Yeah, maybe their meetings are just like Mondays and Wednesdays or something.
It's possible.
Are the windows glass or are they like adobe?
There is a window that you can see, which is where Lolo got her massage earlier. Actually, that one is curtained. It is a stained glass window. Sorry, it's not curtained. Well, it's curtained inside for the light, but it was a stained glass window. And then inside the courtyard, there were windows on the wall to the bathhouse as well.
Strauss is going to inspect the lock.
Okay. Investigation check, if you could, please.
Oh, wrong character. Damn it. It's like, I can undo that lock.
Not
It
great.
is definitely a lock. You are fairly certain you've seen more expensive, fancy-looking ones. It's not rusted. It looks like it's in pretty good shape.
Okay.
How many people are on the street?
Crowds are dying. When the sun goes down, especially with all the refugee crisis, and the flaming fists, and all the cult activity and people getting killed. It's getting pretty sparse.
I'm just wondering when, or if it would be possible to kind of out of the way at the stained glass window where I was, maybe have someone give me a boost and just see if that window's open.
I will totally give you a boost. I think I'm the person that should do that.
I'm pretty sure we're all really low strength right now.
I'm also thinking we're all really low stealth. Does anyone have a better dex score than me?
Oh no, I've got a shit dex score, but I've got a decent strength score.
Okay. Does anyone have better than
The stained glass window does not appear to open. Like it's just
if I poke at it, it's
like a church stained glass, like
oh,
decorative.
where it's sealed
Yeah.
part of the wall. Okay, shit. That's my idea gone then.
I mean, it's a 10-foot wall that opens to an open courtyard as well.
Oh,
Or you
I misunderstood that.
So you've got the wall, or you could try and bust the lock or the door. Or
I want to investigate the lock, but if that doesn't work, someone's just going to toss me over the wall.
I will toss you like Brutus tosses Sashi.
what are you trying to investigate about the lock? Because
If it looks like something I could open without the key.
do you have any proficiency or possession of thieves' tools?
I do, but I'm not great with them.
I don't, but maybe between the two of us. However you want to figure out who rolls what.
Well, are you proficient?
God, no. In thieves' tools, no.
Well, then
I
Louis is probably clear,
I have them. I have Jack of all trades, which means that I add half of my proficiency to
Sure.
things that I'm not
Better
proficient
than
with.
what I've got.
It's up to you guys. You don't have to bust. I'm just,
Yeah. No, I think
you can climb the wall. You can go home. I don't care. It's your lives.
I mean, I have knock, but that's not going to be a good idea because knock creates a nice little sound whenever you do that.
My rogues always knock when they open up doors.
I was going to say, how about you try and see if you can open the lock,
Okay.
and we'll go from there.
I
If you
doubt
can
it.
open give it a try.
I just did.
Oh,
It's sleight of hand.
Yeah, it's the same
Same one.
proficiency as my
Okay.
lock dice.
Quite surprisingly, Strauss, you surprise yourself. The lock clicks open.
I'd be like, wow, shitty lock.
Okay, so I will go in, and I will mind connect to.
Who has dark vision here? Are you guys?
All of
doing
us
anything?
do.
We all do.
We all do. We're all
Yeah, we
tieflings.
all do.
Okay, just making sure.
Stop calling my
Secretly, this is the wrong place. It's the business across the street.
It's the plumber.
Um,
The plum.
So, and I will really quick tell everybody, if there is anyone here and we're caught, we belong here. That's how we got in. Let me talk. These are
Are
my.
you moving stealthily at all, or are you just walking in like one place?
I'm moving stealthily without being like the cartoon creeping. Like if anyone sees us walking normally, but trying to keep that quiet. So
I am at the far back of the group because I am flanky as shit.
Apparently, I'm actually stealthy for once.
Right?
Somebody told me to shut up, and I'm actually some. I'm actually-
like that.
Oh God.
How about,
Yeah,
how about odd?
All right, I will attempt a stealth roll. Well, that's not what I rolled.
1S20 minus 1.
You just want those ones.
There we go.
Code telling us to help.
Help,
Just like
please
help.
help.
I'm trapped in the computer. Stop, help me out.
Well, you're still in your full armor, so even if we did help, that is your role.
Yes, yes, it is. I am terrible at stealth. That's why I'm in the back. Like, I'm a good 20, 30 feet behind you guys.
That's fair. So yeah, I guess we'll start walking. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to open. Go away. Looking at everything. What's in the fountain? Poke at the fountain.
Are you searching? Are you doing anything? Are you just
Yeah.
walking?
Yeah,
around?
I think we're searching. I'm gonna actually, because we investigated the bathtubs. We haven't investigated the fountains or the bathtub to the north. So I think I'm gonna focus on these two fountains because I already surreptitiously dunked my head into this one. So
I'm investigating the desk first.
Isn't there a desk? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking
right where odd is, where odd's token is, there is a like a podium type thing that Jabaz was using before. It is like a desk podium, so there is like a thing that you could open in theory.
I wish point Louis seeing that will actually like whisper, kind of like write down our names for the next like 2 months.
Is there the sheet, the client list there?
Sadly, no.
What did you say was in the desk? Sorry, that could be open.
Nothing. It has the ability to open and have things in there, but there's nothing in it.
Okay, there's no like.
Jabaz really takes the ledgers home with her at night.
This is an interesting latch. I wonder if it opens a secret door. There's none of that. Because that's what I'm looking out for.
Where?
And
Everywhere.
literally anywhere, but specifically around the desk to start with, but after that, everywhere.
I'm dunking my head into the fountains, looking down there, and then
He's like a bird.
Yeah,
Right.
he's investigating the water. I'm investigating possible secret entrances.
Okay. Well,
I am standing by the door, waiting until someone motions me forward, trying to be as quiet as possible.
considering your clankiness, Louis is like putting a hand up. I'm like, don't.
Call. No, it's a good call.
stay.
Look out.
Yep.
Watch the door. Like, close the door. Watch the door.
I would mentally tap in with Davari then for that, for sure.
Yeah,
Your
that's what-
investigations thus far have revealed nothing of interest or surprise that you haven't already noticed this morning.
Okay, so that's all. This whole area. Then I guess let's enter the baths.
Are you attempting to open the doors, Lolo?
Is this going to be chain lightning?
Back up. Back up.
Let me just back up real quick.
I
You
know.
think that's yeah, that was Rindle. Never mind. Would Rindle ever work in a place that had chain lightning on the doors? No, he's not here.
Oh,
He's in space right now with his bestie inside a Leviathan. Whatever.
That's right, Miss and Rendell forever.
Right?
Okay, are we opening this door? Like,
you have the tools.
Okay.
Is it locked?
Is it locked?
Okay, check if it's locked first.
Would you like to see if it's locked?
Yes, I would like to see if it's locked.
Is it trapped? It's deep.
Yes, the door is locked.
Is it
Okay,
trapped?
I will try to unlock it.
Is it trapped?
We'll roll for your unlock check then. You have to roll for finding out if things are trapped there.
I was
No.
asking you. You didn't say what you
I rolled a 14 on my pick lock. I did not roll to see if it was trapped.
Lolo, you're fairly convinced it is not trapped.
Hate you.
Why do you hate me?
Hate you. You made me waste a 20.
I made you do nothing.
You made me waste it. You know I only get one of those a year, and I've used it now.
Right?
Still January 5th.
As soon as you decide to step into this room, I do need perception checks, however.
This is where my rolls are going to fail me because my perception is shit. Yep, see?
Holy shit, odd. We're twin
Okay. Luckily for some of you,
two of us.
wrong.
Louis
Cool.
falls into a spike trap, spike pit, breaks his hip again.
Nope. But luckily, some of you do see. Oh, why won't it let me grab multiple things at once? Lame. The interface is not cooperating very well with me tonight at all.
It knows.
You see that?
Oh, goody.
What is? Oh,
It's a-
lovely.
So those of you who rolled high enough, aka Lolo and Odd, you see there are 3 cloaked figures in this room that all have turned at the sound of the door opening and are looking at each of you.
Hey guys, what's going on? Like, not at the cloak figure. It's like, Lolo, Odd, why'd you just stop?
Because we need to pay our respects. So my question, since this is my jam, can I roll like a religion check for knowing what a line of script would be, like from their path, or you know what I mean? Like the cult of 3 would have to, even if they were dead gods, they would have to have something in writing.
If you can identify which of the 3 gods they go to, probably. So that would probably be like a twofer check. Like first you'd have to identify which of the 3 dead gods they worship. Because there are 3 separate gods with 3 separate religions.
Yeah, but there wouldn't be, isn't cult of 3 like an overarching for all 3 of them together? I
Right,
thought
but the
it said
scriptures are individual. It's like 3 gods got together and formed a club, but they still each have their own dogmas and religions.
but there isn't anything for all 3 of them? Like,
Correct.
bless all 3 of these badasses. Like,
I
they're-
mean, you can try and go that route, but I'm letting you know that it's like 3 separate religions are just like, hey, we kind of all agree in this goal, so we're working together.
Fine. Okay. What would you like me to roll for that?
Well, to identify which religion they're from would be a religion roll.
Shit!
You do not know. These are 3 cloaked figures.
Hey, Odd, do you want to real quick check too and see if maybe you know first before I open and say
Still
some
don't
shit?
understand why we just stopped.
I elbow you. Fuck! You don't know either.
Odd knows nothing either. You see 3 cloaked figures.
Okay, so I want to try and convince them that I'm here and just haven't gotten my robe yet. I don't know where I put my black robe, guys. Hold
You
on.
may roll a persuasion check.
Hey guys, I'm new.
I've got it.
Wow.
Just tell him I've got it.
So
God amongst cultists, let me have this.
this one
Yes.
here, this one here, actually kind of like goes from like being crouched and ready to kind of like standing upright and kind of looks to the left, which would be to this one over here for guidance almost, it looks like. And this one here, that one there, kind of looks like this. Doesn't matter. And then, right. And all 3 of them pull out very wicked looking knives. And
This is not how you treat new recruits.
well,
Okay.
that's a roll.
Does that mean with them yelling out that Louis is not going to be surprised when combat starts?
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm letting Davari know mentally, like those 3 guys have knives and
And Louis is kind of like, "Who are you?" Oh, That's why we stopped.
I will say out loud, this is not how you treat new recruits. I brought these people here in good faith, and you're being very rude.
I think this is how you treat new recruits to a cult of murder.
Well, that's because this cult is bullshit.
I mean,
saying.
murder cult, kind of like in its description.
Yeah, but see, that's the difference. You can have it's a squares and rectangles. You can have murder in your cult and still be okay, but if you're a murder cult, you're not.
Oh,
Are we
right.
doing initiative checks?
Thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
initiative is what I'm waiting for.
Apparently, what Strauss and Lolo are doing for their turn is bickering about murder cults.
I got a 14.
Oh man, we are not the people to be front line right now.
Alright. Louis and I are having like a theological debate about the efficacy of the frequency of murder in cults.
Yeah.
They're like, I just think once a month really isn't that bad. You gotta be
Okay,
realistic.
I mean, historically speaking, no, it's not. I mean,
See, that's my point. Does that make us a murder cult? I don't think so.
So I was.
I'm ushering people into the cycle.
I
That's
just imagine like Lolo and Louis are in battle and having this argument as they're attacking it.
Yes. All like Gimli and Legolas counting. That's how I'm envisioning it. Like, see, it's only 3 more murders this week. That's fine.
Oh, that's great. Now I want to watch all of those movies, and it's just going to torture Scott.
I just watched all 3 of The Hobbit extended this week.
I don't have the extended. I don't actually.
I don't either. I pirated them because I was curious.
Bad, Chester.
Illegal, and you've admitted to it online.
Dun, dun, dun.
Gotcha.
Okay. Wow, Louis gets to go last
I also
again.
ordered on Amazon now that I've watched them.
Oh.
Okay, so Odd, you have won the game of initiative.
Mm-hmm.
What up, boo?
All right, I'm going to turn to this one right here, and I'm going to hit it with sleep.
Okay.
Smarter move than what I'm probably gonna do.
And that is enough for that one to just crumple.
And then I'm going to move my way back. I don't think I should be in the front.
Oh shit! I didn't notice this when I was looking at my page earlier. My spells are all gone again.
Hmm.
I now only have Ray of Frost as a cantrip. I hit roll 20 sometimes.
I don't understand what you're doing to your sheet.
I didn't do anything to my sheet. All I did when we finished playing last time was I leveled up and changed my hit points.
That's why roll 20 shouldn't be where you save your sheet, because roll 20 is
I never have these problems. I love Roll20 character sheets. Y'all suck.
I know. I don't know why I consistently have this issue with roll 20. I think I still have her on D&D Beyond.
Scott's like, I'm going to delete his sheet this weekend so that he can't eat these words. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna delete your sheet.
Let's see. That is the sleeper is presently unconscious. So that
Food is
goes to
approaching, Scotty.
Okay.
this one here is going to run forward and attack.
Oh, okay.
What does vulnerability mean? I forget. There should be a thing to remind me.
Hey, they ordered food like 30 minutes ago. They just left the food? Well, that's really fucking weird.
How you get a tip that way?
All right. So vulnerability is the opposite of resistance, so it's double, I guess, instead of halved. Let me see.
So they take double damage, basically.
If a creature or an object has vulnerability to a damage type, that damage type is doubled against it.
Nice. Well, you're getting an attack right there. For 10.
Who hit what? He hit me.
That one.
Oh, he misses.
Very well.
But damn, then I can't do my cerebral rebuke. I realize I haven't gotten to use
Lolo,
it.
you're up.
All right. Well, all of my shit's gone, so crap. I guess I'm not gonna get to use cantrips. I have my intuitive armor. That's what I'll do. Is I'll cast my armor on myself for now, I guess. Oh god, this sheet. How do I make it so that you see it? No, that's not it. I hate these. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, how come I can't click on my spell to make it happen in Roll20?
All right, I'm bringing up your shenanigans. You figured it out?
Yes, they changed where the button is. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to do that on myself.
And if you click on the eye, it'll collapse everything down again.
That was the one I was like, ooh, look at that. Okay, so I do that, and I mean, I guess I already did it as a free action before combat started, but I will let Ari know that we're fighting now, and Odd already knocked one out.
So by let her know, did you yell or are you still telepathy?
Yeah, because it's a bonus action to do it.
And that doesn't require sight, right?
No, it requires sight when you set it, and then it maintains for I think 60 feet.
Okay. In the words of Matthew Mercer, good to know.
Good to know. Here.
And is that the end of your turn, or are you doing anything else?
Got a limit.
It just lasts forever, up to 10 minutes. Cool beans. That's all I do. Yes.
Okay.
I guess.
Then, Ari, you're up next.
Awesome. So, is this a window?
To the
Yes, it is. It is a stained glass window at that.
window.
Can I use my movement to get through there and then do inflict wounds on this guy?
Sure, roll a strength or an athletics check to break that window.
Okay.
Oh, God. This is when you need a minotaur with a headbutting tendency.
I will roll that you did, in fact, just shatter the crap
Oh,
out of the section of that stained glass window and are able to reach your hand through.
Sorry for the
All right. Great. I'm going to go ahead and do inflict wounds. I will attempt to touch him.
Okay.
I'm imagining you just punch through the glass, and while your arm is through it, you just go
There now, right?
and touch his
Yeah.
face with something, and
That's what I'm imagining.
It's like the first Iron Man when he punched through the wall and grabbed
Right.
the guy.
That is a hit.
nice.
Okay, great. He's going to take 3d10 points of necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ. Tavares a badass. I was envisioning that, I don't know what it's from, but have you seen the horror movie where a woman's leaning against a wall and a bunch of hands just burst through, and she just stands there and screams, and then they're just
That might be what's happening to him, but Davari's thing is, how dare you try to hurt Lolo?
And that one falls to the ground.
nice.
And
Just
then I'll
like he lets out like a shocked pain and just drops to the ground. His dagger clatters and falls into the pool.
He screams like a little girl because he got scared.
He did.
All right, if I have enough movement, I will finish crawling through the window.
You probably didn't make that large of a hole.
Okay.
Well, you've got one, so you could just walk around now and we'll be done.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to have to do, but I think I'm done.
Okay. Then that brings us to Louis.
Louis will look at. So just to confirm, this one's asleep. This
Yes.
one's dead. This one's dead.
Well, collapsed.
In theory.
But this one is still up. So Louis is going to look at them and be like, "Why was the werebat scared to fly during a stormy day? Because he heard every dark cloud has a silver lining. He's going to cast hideous laughter on it."
Okay.
Because that's a terrible joke to actually get someone with it. I love it.
Does that require a save of something?
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you just
For
have
which he rolled a 3.
one of those?
Yeah, I just Google D&D jokes. So
So he is what? On the ground? I don't know that spell off the top of my head.
he can't make any other action besides laugh for a
Okay.
minute while I concentrate on it. He gets a wisdom save at the end of every one of his turns.
Okay.
Lolo actually does giggle at the joke too, like I did, because it was funny.
All right. And then there is.
And then the basilisk appears out of nowhere and eats the Death Eaters. And no,
That's not how that works.
damn it! I want a basilisk.
Where-
Let me erase my Slytherin.
Selector 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I'm like, there's people
No, it's
probably in the rooms.
What the hell is that token? What? Let me zoom in. What the hell is that? Oh, it's an old man. Okay, I thought it was this weird.
So this one is an old man. He looks to be carrying something that you've seen before. Like from that very first night when you guys ambushed the 3 initiates or the people trying to break into the cult.
Yeah.
One of them had a flail where the flail's business end was replaced with a skull. This guy that just ran up is brandishing one of those. Like as he runs, like he's already like swinging it around.
Ooh,
And he
if he
comes
does,
right up to Willow. What?
he does. I pull mine out because I have the exact same chainmail. Or
You can try that on your turn, but right now, it's his turn. So,
Okay.
ow. And he just tries to give you.
The business.
Yep. Sorry, it's just the first one there. 14.
Yes, 14.
And
If
he
you're
hits
rolling,
you for 5 damage.
your
It was-
rolls aren't visible to us, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. I had double clicked it, so it like gave multiples, and I was like, it's just the first one. So yeah, it's an attack for 14 for 5 damage.
Okay. I have my armor active. What does that do again?
I think it gives you 5 extra hit points.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna not do anything to my sheet.
It does also do damage if you get hit a certain way. I don't remember exactly
Yeah,
how.
if you get hit, it does 5 damage to them. And
If a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, which I do,
5 cold damage.
5 cold damage in
So he takes 5 cold damage.
yeah. And I forget, is rebuke a reaction or because
Is what?
rebuke? It suddenly doesn't have it on my sheet.
Yeah, it would be a reaction.
Okay. Can I use my reaction to do my cerebral rebuke then?
Sure.
Echo in his mind as unseen adversaries stab at them from thin air. He has to make a dexterity saving throw or take 2d10.
Dexterity saving throw. That's odd.
I know, because the initial one is hellish rebuke.
Yeah, because it's fire damage.
Fire. This is just
Oh, because we retooled that one. We probably should have saved it to Will, but we'll do that later.
okay. We can do that now if you want. Up to you.
Yep. What's the DC?
That's a good question.
It's your charisma DC, so
14.
Oh, he wins.
Ooh, he's a
No, I know.
it still takes half damage.
poopy head.
So what's half damage then?
I'm still.
Roll high.
Is it? Oh, 2d10.
He rolled high.
Holy what's happening right now? New year, new me. What is this? This won't last. This is going to be the only one.
So after he hits you, and all of this like unforeseen, just like kind of reaction there going on. He was not expecting the backbite of that at all.
It actually worked, yay.
And that brings us up to Odd.
All right.
System.
See, what can I do?
So you have a guy asleep, a guy crumpled on the ground, a guy laughing hysterically, and an old man with a flail.
Mm-hmm.
Is he actually old, Chester, or is that just the token?
Token.
Okay. Can we see, is he in the same like robes and you can't really see anything kind of situation?
He is dressed differently, but also
Indistinguishable from
dark
food?
colors and wearing, a hood and, sinister culty looking.
The cool aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know.
And this guy's still up too, right?
He's
He
just
is
laughing as an
He is laughing at the really bad joke that Louis told.
Does attacking him knock him out of that?
It gives him another chance to make a wisdom save on it.
Yeah.
All right. What do I do? I'm going to hit the old man with dissonant whispers.
Whisper away.
Our number one used spell in every campaign. We should all get tattoos matching.
So it's going to be a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he failed that one for sure.
Okay.
See, it's 7.
And he takes 13 points of damage, and he uses his reaction to immediately move away.
Sadly, his reaction will instead consist of falling to the floor. Okay. Is that all for you, Odd?
Yep.
Okay, so the sleeper, no, the sleeper doesn't get anything, right? Unless someone wakes him up. He's just
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
He's out for a minute.
Okay. And then the laugher gets a will save, you said?
Yep.
18.
Yeah, he makes it.
Yeah, the laugher's like,
But he still
Wait a
loses
second, that
his
was
turn.
terrible.
that joke was horrible. That's like what he says.
You still laughed.
I gotcha.
And having learned his lesson from attacking Lolo, he will instead go.
He loses his entire turn still. That's at the end of his turn.
That's his turn.
Yeah.
Lame sauce. Okay. Then it is Lolo's turn.
Now I'll pull out the flail. And I want to see if he reacts to it, because it's the exact same one that the new guy had.
The one that's on the ground.
I have another one, yeah, from our first encounter that I took off the dead body. Chain flail carved to look like a skull,
Mm-hmm.
and a mace with the symbol of the god Bane. I have both of those.
Yep. So you pulled out the flail?
Yeah, does he respond in any way? If
He's
pull it out
unconscious
and
on
say,
the ground. He's definitely not responding.
He's not responding?
He's unconscious on the ground. He's definitely not
No,
responding.
no, the guy in front of me.
The guy with the knife?
The Hellish Rebuke guy, yeah.
Sure. I mean, he probably gives it a weird look, but, you know, you're also busting in here fighting.
Now
so.
you smack him in the face with it.
Yeah.
I'll probably hit myself in the face with it. Damn it, I was really hoping that would do something interesting.
You should have led with that.
Yeah.
I would have
Thinking that maybe that would have been a good opening, like if you could
I
have
was going to, and you said I could on my turn. He gets an action burst.
Yeah. But you got to do a lot before initiative started. I'm just saying, I was very generous.
No, we just opened the door. To be fair, you did, yes. But also, I forgot that I had that until you mentioned he had his, and I was like, oh shit, I've got that. So that's my fault. Sorry. I will cantrip Ray of Frost him, I guess, because I don't know what my other cantrips were anymore. Because they're
Okay. That's a hit. So he takes 5 more damage.
all.
And
I'll
that
say,
makes.
back off. Or I'll kill you in the name of Bane.
Didn't he take damage earlier from you? Did I not
No.
write that down?
Mm-mm.
When he hit you, he took damage, didn't he?
No, only the old new guy. No one else hit me.
Yeah, the old guy hit her.
Okay.
Missed.
So it's
He
just this
tried
one
to
here.
missed because
Okay.
he had a 10 and my AC's 12.
Okay. Roger that. Then that brings us to Davari.
The batteries are dead again.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Safari.exe is booting up.
Yep. Must reboot. All right. So, are both of these guys incapacitated? I know this guy's dead because I killed him.
So the only one who's still on his feet is this one.
Okay.
Death Eater.
Well, I'm gonna have to expend my action to get here to try to get in front of some of my companions to just be a meat shield.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a meat shield.
Which is good because before I was told that that guy didn't have a turn after breaking out of his laughing stupor, he was gonna go right there and stab at the Joker.
The guy with the pun book, just I'm imagining in his pocket.
Right. So Louis, you're up.
So I have that. It would be a waste of a spell to use Dissonant Whispers, but I really want to use Dissonant Whispers. But I am going to Ray of Frost him because
Okay.
It's a waste of a spell slot on this mook. So, Ray of Frost. I'm pretty sure an 8 misses.
It does in fact miss that
See?
time.
Dissonant Whispers was mad. It's never a waste.
Pulls into an ice rink.
And that brings us back to Odd.
It's me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to step up here and
We're in a nice little cluster.
yeah, let's hope there's no
Yeah,
fireballs.
Perfect time for a fireball.
Chain lightning and fireball.
Ooh. Or a chain lightning from every direction.
Just why?
Because it was your idea and it sounded great.
No, shush. No.
Yeah, don't give him ideas.
I wasn't just talking.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and use Ray of Frost on him.
Like a Gatling gun of Ray of Frost.
Everyone's just like
14.
a 14 is a hit.
I'm actually imagining because, there's probably a lot of water in the air too. There's just like icicles now everywhere in this.
I was just saying, all of a sudden the pools start freezing over in the little ice rinks. We're like, oh, who wants to?
Like they're leaving like cool like iceman like little miniature
Six.
iceman rails like through the steam.
That would be really cool.
And he drops as well. So he like takes a gout of frost across the face that just kind of like snaps his neck and he drops.
I feel like I did a lot of work in here.
I feel
I
like
did.
I did a lot of work.
I went to freaking town in here.
I start searching the guy I'm standing on right now.
I go to this guy that's unconscious and tie him up.
Good idea.
Are you trying to do that without waking him?
Yes.
Louis will go ahead and put his dagger against that guy's throat, just in case.
Very well. So what are you tying him up with? Do you have rope? Do you have a chain? Like what are you using here?
Rope.
Actually, to be fair, Louis gonna grab the wicked-looking dagger from the cultist and put that against the cultist's throat.
Smart man.
His own knife. I like it.
If you need rope, I'm pretty sure I have rope.
I was gonna say, yeah, I probably do too if you don't, but
I do.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Okay, so Lolo, you said you're looking at the older guy with the skull flail again?
Yeah, search the body.
Okay. Would you
Oh.
like to roll an investigation check?
If you
Oh, weird. I do not have rope. I am sorry. I do.
Louis has rope.
Somebody has rope. It's one of those things that's you never use until you need it.
Right?
Right.
Did you not read Lord of the Rings? Rope was the actual hero of that story.
That elven rope, man.
They would not have, they would have been lost without it.
They wouldn't have made it.
Mm-hmm. So you found 8 gold coins, another one of those skull flail pieces with the symbol of Mirkil on the bottom of it.
With what on the bottom of it? Sorry.
The god Mirkil, his symbol is just like Bane's mace had the Bane symbol on the bottom. The flails each had Mirkil's like on the bottom handle.
Sorry, I missed the name of the god. That's all. Like how to spell
It's Myrkul.
Myrkel. K-U-L?
Kul.
K-U-L. Okay, that looks a lot less goofy. Got it. Okay.
And now, so the Mirkul, as you guys learned earlier, was the necromancy / harvester of dead souls god at one point.
He was the war one, right?
Bane is the warrior tyrant guy that wants to just rule everything.
Okay. I will start searching the other bodies. Same thing. Do you want me to roll separate investigations for them?
Yep.
And then someone can double check my work if they want. I'll start with this guy.
Okay.
I skip him. Never mind. He's boring. I'll go
You found his knife.
on the floor.
Right.
Okay.
So between the two, you have now matching wicked curved daggers that have etched on the blade the word ball, Bhaal, and you find another 19 gold and 10 silver between the two.
Okay. We'll divvy it up when we're out of here. Okay. And I do, by the way, check that they are dead. Not
You'll
just-
need medicine checks for that.
Okay, I'll work my way backwards. Starting with this guy. I don't know.
He looks pretty dead.
He looks pretty dead. How about this guy? He also might be kind of dead. How about this guy? He looks dead as hell.
Yep. All three of them look pretty dead.
Hey guys, I think they might have been killed. They may be dead.
Had you rolled a 1, I was going to say, I think this one might be faking it.
To the face.
Is the one next to me and Odd suitably tied up yet?
Sure.
I'm going to poke it awake.
Ugh.
Yeah?
And he's,
Huh?
like straining against the ropes.
Knife kind of digging into his neck a little bit. Huh? Hey.
And at that point, like, he kind of like looks around and lunges at the dagger, like, to see what you do. Like, if you hold it still, he's gonna cut himself.
I hold it still.
Okay. Then roll damage on a dagger for me, please.
Okay.
We really need a cleric that could just like heal him and bring him back and be like, I couldn't do that
Don't
again.
let him kill himself because I have ideas for what to do with this
He
guy.
figures you do. That's why he's trying to kill himself.
I know.
So he's just taking that. Okay.
Oh, that's not the thing I want.
And then I'm going to brain him with the hilt.
Okay. Gonna roll for that as well, please.
Yeah, I'll roll an attack.
Louis,
I'm assuming that I have advantage on this.
Yeah.
I say this in your head. We need information.
I'm not going to kill him.
I think you might. These guys are weak as shit.
Apparently, it doesn't actually damage. Apparently, I missed.
Yeah.
You just like
In his like attempt to like help you and like kill himself, he actually somehow dodged your attempt to club him.
Then I want to invasive thoughts him and get in his head to start with.
And he has no save for that? How's that work?
Well, that's what I was
Bring
just.
it up for me.
I gained the. Huh?
I said, bring it up for me.
Bring it up. Found it. Yeah, no save apparently. They can.
But it's just surface
You just
thoughts.
lost your link with Becca though.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
It just lets you communicate. It doesn't actually give you any advantage.
I can't dig out information. I can't do damage. I'm just there in their head then.
Okay.
So he doesn't even necessarily know I'm there to start with. But I don't know, just to have it. That's the whole point. I don't.
If you start talking to him, he'll probably talk back unknowingly.
Yeah, some kind of response.
I mean, they don't seem like the smartest.
I'll say out loud, like, well, if this was an intended ambush, it was a pathetic one. Where are the rest of you?
He opens his mouth and then again just lunges towards wherever that dagger's at. Is that
It's like
still,
it's above his head. Like it's probably actually the hilt is behind his head right now. So if he lunges back, he's just gonna knock himself unconscious.
So is anyone actually holding him down, or is he just like hogtied on the ground?
If we want anyone holding it down, it should probably be Davari because she's strongest, I think, by far.
I'm totally willing to do that,
I was
but
just saying, you want to just knock
But
him down
Did
and sit on it?
I'm not saying will you now. I'm saying did this already happen?
Strauss is not heavy enough or strong enough to hold anybody, so it's not
his
Strauss.
his
and I
response
walked
is
away
to
from my
roll into the.
mouse.
He's actually rolling into the water now.
Davari!
Like he like just
Stop it.
lunges and throws himself into the water, and he's like mouth open in there, just like
Okay, so Strauss isn't that strong, but Strauss is gonna grab him. But like, is he clean shaven or does he have? He has a hood, right?
Mhm.
So
I will step forward, grab him, and pull him out of the water.
Well, that's annoying.
Let's see what kind of
I don't know what you want me to do for that, but I can. If this
Yeah, he
is
did
the
not
guy,
So he comes out and he's just like gagging and spluttering water, and like his eyes are just like panicky.
and Strauss is actually gonna look a little. And this is why I'm uncomfortable with cults. This is what cults do.
No, this is what bad cults do. I have a section on that about in my cult. Wait, I have a section about it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I have a section about not hastening death. Hold on. Okay, I can't find it. I'll find it later though. It's in there. I did 5 pages. It's
So
in
Davari's just like holding him up out of the water. Is that the current story?
Yeah, apparently that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to assist.
That's your life now.
Yeah, that's my life.
I'm going to peek in this door that the old man came out of.
Okay. 1 second.
Did he leave anything in there?
You're welcome to roll an investigation check or a perception check, whichever works for you.
Doesn't matter.
You get distracted by
It's
this
spluttering.
right? It just smells really good in that room.
Strauss is gonna look at the person like, listen, you seem very keen on not giving away any of your cult secrets, and really, I couldn't care less. Except we're hired, we're here to do a job. Just tell us how to get into your entrance, and we'll let you die or free or whatever the hell you want. Just no one has to know. Just let us know. We'll. Otherwise, I'll let Davari break your legs and then re-heal them. I hear it's really, really painful. Like, I mean, we could set them wrong.
You can die like the filthy pig you are, too.
Oh, sweetie, just calm down. I mean, I imagine I'm having him in a full Nelson, and I'm like petting his head.
Calm
Like,
down. It's okay.
Just calm down. It's gonna be okay. I could kill you right now. We're not gonna do that. We're just trying to learn a little bit, because apparently the application process is a little bit hard to get into. But if you want some convincing,
We are
about-
enthusiasts in this matter.
Can roll deception with disadvantage if you would like.
I was gonna say, I'm whispering in his head the whole time, like, this was all just a big misunderstanding.
Disadvantage. Okay. Me?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can do that.
Lolo, are you trying to look in the other massage room?
I was gonna, yeah.
11.
He does not appear to be buying your story.
Aww.
Strauss is gonna be like, I've read a lot of medical textbooks. I can hurt you in ways that won't actually kill you, and then I'm going to slash his Achilles tendon on his left foot.
Oh, nice.
Why'd you pick that? I don't like that one.
I'm going to tap into his head, and I'm going to just replay all of Strauss's bad jokes right directly to his head.
Oh yeah, the 5 years. Like, and I could also do, and like I could be after I cut his Achilles tendon. I'm like, I could also be worse. I could give you my comedy routine.
No.
Do it. That 17 was my investigation, by the way.
Okay. You give your room a much more thorough toss than Odd is performing on the north end, and you find nothing out of the ordinary or that you didn't somehow miss earlier when you were in that room.
Okay, then can I go and do the same in Odd's room?
You can try.
Came out of?
You can try.
Try.
Okay. This is the point where you get to be motherly with Odd because you noticed something that Odd did not.
Okay.
There we go. Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
The plaster wall there where I believe you can now see the letter S
Yeah, I see.
is got a very narrow seam
Does it
that
say?
anyone with an investigation of 10 or higher would have noticed.
Oh, God damn it. Oh,
What about everyone's
there definitely
passive
appears to be
investigation?
yeah, there definitely appears to be a secret door there.
okay, I'll just point it out to Odd for now. And just be like,
Keep it
ooh,
moment.
look over here. Because I'm assuming that she was just distracted by all of the nonsense with the cultists over here. So I was going to say, let's Do you want to open it or deal with the cultist first?
Odd, like tracing patterns on the carpet-looking blanket on the table.
I can't believe that Sim would leave carpet behind in a dirty room by himself overnight in the cold.
You don't know who Sim is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Meanwhile, Louis and Davari are like
Our
torturing their Nightblade. Did you roll damage for that knife swing there, Louis?
did
You said you
not.
were
Give me
trying
a
to
second.
Achilles tendon?
2. Apparently, I am extremely good at torturing people. Not like
No,
I need
just
to
enough.
find something out.
What was I gonna say?
Oh, you know what?
No.
You are very surprised at both the cut that happened earlier and this new one, as they look far more serious than you would have credited based on the clumsiness of the assault earlier and even what you just tried to do hit his Achilles tendon. Like, it erupts with far more severity than you would have imagined with what you thought was going to be a shallow cut.
okay.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah,
oh
vulnerability.
shit, and then I will start to try to bandage him.
Yeah, he is bleeding out like crazy right now because I was not paying attention.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do a medicine check on him.
I am just gonna prep. Like, I am going to be touching his forehead, and I am going to be ready to do spare the dying if he falls unconscious.
He is definitely dying. Like, his eyes are closed. He's bleeding out.
And
Alright,
what about
so-
with my 17 medicine check? Do I stem the bleeding and at least stabilize him?
No, like he's still bleeding.
All right, so let me.
Even if I
read-
expend my healing kit?
There's a thing that's happening.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
magical. It's got to be
Yeah.
magical.
Yeah.
Can I read Spare the Dying? Because it is a magical cantrip spell.
What's it do? You can try.
All right, so I touch a living creature
Okay.
that has 0 hit points.
Okay.
The creature becomes stable.
Okay.
Has no effect on undead or constructs. So if I'm touching him and I'm just waiting for him to actually do that drop to dead, stop
Oh yeah, he
breathing.
was there. He was there as
Yeah.
soon as that Achilles tendon like slice happened.
All right, so that's what I was intending. Is I touch him and do Spare the Dying. As soon as that happens, it should stabilize him.
Very well. Then between Strauss's attempts at binding that wound and the magic aid from Davari, the blood, it does seem to be clouding.
Hey guys.
I'm gonna look up covered in blood. I'm like, okay, so I was nowhere near an artery. What the shit was that?
Obviously some kind of magic, I think, with the cult. They probably have something prepared to expedite their dying if they ever do get caught like this. We found a secret passage, though. Do we want to bring him with us?
I think it would be best to leave him away from his cult brothers.
But then he will just
No.
fall into the pool and kill himself as soon as he wakes
Yeah,
up.
nope, we should bring him with.
What if we just? Well, I mean, like, that would take a lot. All we have to do is put him outside and lock the door. He's not going anywhere with that wound. Pointing to the completely useless left foot.
Throw himself into the ocean.
Well, I was going to say, taking that thought but changing it a bit, maybe if we brought him into this room with the massage table, if that can be moved to bar the door, this door, then he can't get out. We can still go in the secret passage, and he's here, but he probably won't heal enough to be able to leave.
No, that'll work as long as there's not like a weird rug of smothering in there or anything. That's...
Yeah, unless there's some weird trap situation going on. But I doubt this rug would do anything like that. I'll reach out and I'll pet carpet. This carpet's too pretty to do anything like that.
I don't know. That carpet was really handsy during my massage. It was like assisting the masseuse.
Yeah, no, I think that sounds great. It's sentient. Maybe we can ask it to keep an eye on this guy for us.
So, secret door. But yeah, no, that's a good idea. Just as, like... Really sorry about the Achilles tendon thing. I really didn't think that was going to do that.
It's okay.
Some doctor you are.
You do know that he's going to need like a restoration spell to repair
Yeah,
that, right?
I got this. It's fine.
Yeah. So is that what we want to do? leave him tied up in this room and check out the secret passage for now?
Sure.
Yeah, sure, but I'm taking carpet with me because it was snuggly.
You're
Is
gonna
the door-
carry a giant rug with you?
Yes,
Okay.
Is the door?
I am going to.
I guess
talk-
you couldn't be. I guess you couldn't be more conspicuous than you already are.
I am going to go ahead and pet said rug, carpet, snuggliness, and I'm going to whisper soft things to it.
God damn it. Well, that was for locked, and is it trapped? And I got the same roll for both, so.
You are easily able to open it,
Reveal.
and the secret door
Chain
opens.
lightning.
Bang!
What? We all die. New campaign. Why?
It's a dead end. Yay! Hey Lolo, you just revealed a dead end.
Dead end. Get it? Dead.
Dead end.
Up,
Dead
up,
end.
Dead.
Yeah.
Get it?
Uh-huh.
I'm sure Strauss is actually saying this because it seems like his humor.
I was just gonna say no. That Lolo is responding like cult of the dead.
Yeah, go.
So at this point, the secret passage does turn, and there are a very narrow set of stairs, not even 5 feet across, going at a very steep decline.
Okay, Louis is gonna look at the narrowness of the stairs, walk back, and be like, "Hey, Tafari,
Yeah.
I don't think carpet will fit.
well, yeah, I don't think carpet will fit, and honestly, like, you think maybe we should get somebody that's actually more, I don't know, martially inclined for this?
I don't exactly know what you mean.
You saying I'm not gonna fit?
He's calling you fat.
He's calling me fat.
I'm not calling you fat. I am
Correct.
simply saying
Big
that.
boned.
One fireplace, and all of a sudden, everybody thinks you're some chonker, and I'm gonna start.
Aw.
I just remembered I'd gotten stuck in the fucking chimney in the first episode.
Yeah, and Louis was the one who pulled you. I just remember that too.
You know what? It's gonna be fine. Carpet, hello, rug. Are you alive? Or are you just super snuggly? Because if you're super snuggly, I'm gonna roll you up and put you in my pack.
There's no response of any sort.
All right, I am going to roll it up, and it is going to be my nubby blanket forever. I'm going to put it on my pack. It's like, see, there's no problem. And I'm going to drag the cultist behind me because we still hadn't decided what to do with him. And I can fit down the stairway. Just go
I'm
before
not
me.
saying you couldn't. What I was actually implying before Lolo thought I was calling her butt big was that
thought you were calling all of
maybe the person actually wearing armor should be in front.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, I'll
Well, if you wanna be
go in
logical
front.
Well, if you want to be logical about it, fine.
I'm sorry, I'm a little sensitive about my weight. I'll start down the stairs.
Yeah, you're gonna give Lolo a complex at this rate. She's like, is it my tail? Is my tail too pink? What is it?
And I think that's probably a good spot to end tonight anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Before we get into any more trouble.
Yes.
Okay, I'm stopping stream. Give me a second.